partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University, Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and TIN TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag Buckeyes Care.
This is Paul Keels for RV Wholesalers. Peace of mind, that's what you get when purchasing your next RV from RV Wholesalers. With every new RV purchase, Ohio residents receive the exclusive Buckeye Service Guarantee. If your RV is in the shop, RV Wholesalers will give you a free loaner. Also with the Buckeye Service Guarantee, you'll receive free delivery in the state of Ohio and 3-day RV exchange. That's the exclusive Buckeye Service Guarantee. Only at RV Wholesalers in Lakeview, Mansfield, Delaware, and RVW.com. RV Wholesalers, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Your home for Ohio State Athletics, The Fan. This is the AEP Energy Buckeye pregame show on the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Our pregame comments presented by Kroger's Ohio State host Marshall today. Getting the tight ends involved as you did in the last game, Ryan, is that something, as well as the depth at that spot, that just adds to the whole picture?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, if everybody's a weapon, then it certainly puts the most amount of pressure on the defense as you can. You look at our wide receivers. You know, if you want to double one of them, you know, then you have guys like JJ and Emeka and Carnell and Brandon Ennis and, you know, these guys, Bryson Rogers, you know, so if one of those guys are in a one-on-one situation, you know, we feel like it's an advantage us. And then, you know, our running backs are dangerous, you know, in terms of the run game and making sure that, you know, they have to come down in the box to stop the run. And then you have the tight ends and the running backs as potential threats. And then when you add in the quarterback running, that's the ultimate thing that puts pressure on the defense. So, you know, when we put the roster together, that's kind of the idea when, you know, the offensive staff, you know, and Chip put together the idea of how they want to attack the defense. They consider all of those things. How do you put the most amount of pressure on a defense? And so, you know, the tight ends are a group that can do that in a lot of ways. And so we'll keep looking at different groupings.
As you continue to prepare for your opponent each week, like Marshall today, is it still also important the message you give about how it's about yourselves as well?
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, one of the worst things you can do is underestimate an opponent. And so we respect everybody we play. And they're going to come in here and play really, really hard. They had an off week as well, so they'll be fresh and ready to roll. So you know, but ultimately it comes down to our standard. You know, grading out over 80% and playing the hardest playing team in the country, and that's what we're going to focus on. We do know that, you know, every day in practice we're going against really good players. So it should give us confidence going into a game, knowing that if we execute well, take care of the football, and play really hard, then when we look up at the end of the game, we're going to like what we see.
Sounds good. Thanks as always. All the best today, Ryan.
All right, thanks, Paul.
That's Ohio State coach Ryan Day, and his comments were presented by Kroger. Kroger Pickup is the easy way to get what you want right when you need it. Try Kroger Pickup today in the Kroger app or at Kroger.com. This is the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
We've got a story about a little bean doing big things. Soybeans are used in creative ways you may have never realized to make products we use every day. And Ohio's farmers are growing some of the world's best soybeans. By using and eating soy-based products, you make a positive impact locally and globally. Say hey to the largest ag export in the U.S. Learn more about soybeans at soysecrets.org. This ad brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
At Ohio State, we are the never afraid to innovate teams, the agile, get it done teams, the achieve more together teams, and the improve people's lives teams. Together, we are the Ohio State University.
Learn more about Ohio State at osu.edu/impact.
Hey, Buckeye fans! As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 2 trips to a Buckeye postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
It's Bobby Carpenter. Join us Monday morning at 6 for the Morning Juice on 97.1 The Fan.
Now back to the AEP Energy Buckeye pregame show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
For every Buckeye touchdown scored this season, the Heartland Bank Community Foundation will make a donation to the USO of Central and Southern Ohio, benefiting our active duty military personnel and their families. For more information or to support our troops, go to usocso.org and be the force behind the forces. Ohio State at home with Marshall today. The Ohio State offense in high gear in week 2 against Western Michigan. We all know players watch a lot of film to prepare, and quarterback Will Howard admits he's taken it to an extreme level.
Yeah, 100%. I love watching film. Like, I always have been. You know, like, I actually this semester have class at night, and don't tell my professors, but sometimes I watch a little film in class. I just love, like, I like to watch film, like, every day, like, whatever it is. Like, I just like to wake up and watch a little bit of something. I love the game of football, and I love the chess game that it is. You know, I love how much strategy goes into it, and I think that's a fun part of it, you know, like being able to come out and have something planned for your opponent that they're not ready for, or seeing something before it happens, I think is really fun, and that's a really fun part of the game for me.
But Howard also says despite all his previous experience, after 2 games in a Buckeye uniform, he feels more comfortable with all he has to handle.
I think I've done well with it. You know, I think it's something that we need to continue to work on and work through, and as long as I can, you know, just keep us on schedule and not force things, make the right decisions with the football, you know, with the guys that we have, just let them do the rest. And, you know, we've been blocking really well. I think, you know, the running backs have been doing a good job, and the receivers are obviously going to get open. So, you know, for me, it's just taking what the defense gives me and, you know, not trying to do too much and make the perfect play, but just, you know, make things right.
And the offensive line gets Donovan Jackson to play after he missed the first 2, and tackle Josh Fryer says that, plus experience in general, has helped them mold together.
Yeah, I think communication's key. Like you said, I think it progresses, but at the same time, like with Austin stepping in and then Donnie's coming back, so like I feel like that we're going to have those pieces together to communicate even more than we did week 2.
And certainly, Jim, Josh Fryer, one of the people that Ryan Day singled out for his downfield blocking on some of the long runs, and that's something that you would hope could be infectious amongst this team.
Exactly, and it is. Once you see it on film, you see guys doing it, then the other guys want to duplicate that effort, and Josh has always been an effort guy, but I think that's even increased this year. He was named an Iron Buckeye by Mick Marotti, which means that, you know, he's one of the most dedicated, hard-working guys on the team. There's not many guys that get that label, and he was able to get that on that offensive line, so good for him to get downfield and make some blocks and playing some good football so far. And, you know, you look at this Marshall defense, you know, we talked about some of these guys already, but Mike Green, the defensive lineman, is a guy to keep an eye on, number 15, with 3.5 sacks, 14 tackles. A local guy, Jaden Yates, whose father actually played with Marshall back in the days in the Hall of Fame. He's got 19 tackles, number 30. Look out for him. And then Landon Watson, he's got 20 tackles, another linebacker, number 9. Both those safeties, number 11, J.J. Roberts, and number 6, A.G. McGee, have both been very active, too. You got to think that Ohio State's receivers want to test those guys down the field.
As we check in on the field with Clay Hall, certainly Clay Jeremiah Smith has gotten a lot of attention. It'll be interesting to see if that opens the door for other people on Ohio State's offense.
Yeah, there's so much talent. There's no doubt about that. I just think whether you've covered this game for 40 years or not, you learn quickly that it starts up front on both sides of the football. And I give my early MVP to the offensive line and what they've done to unleash and motivate, enable this offense to thrive with all this talent, because it's a pleasure to watch, and they do indeed run 22 miles an hour on the turf.
Coming up next, we'll see how Ohio State's defense matches up with the Marshall offense as our AEP Energy Buckeye pregame show continues on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Buckeye fans. Union Home Mortgage's 1% down payment program is like kicking an extra point or scoring a 2-point conversion. You put 1% down, and Union Home Mortgage will kick in up to 2% on the house. Visit UHM.com or call 877-846-4968 today. Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229. UHM will contribute up to 2% down, no greater than $2,500 towards a 3% down payment. Home buyers responsible for the remainder of the down payment. This offer is available for the purchase of a primary residence only. For full terms and conditions, visit UHM.com.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
Imagine a tailgate, the heat of the flame, the sizzle of the burger, the squeeze of the ketchup. Grilling is essential to tailgating as the game itself. Weber grills are there in the hours, minutes, and even seconds before kickoff. Before the best damn band in the land plays the battle cry, signaling it's time to take the field. Weber is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. This season, Weber created an officially licensed limited edition Ohio State grill inspired by the iconic Buckeye helmets. Find the best damn grill in the land at local Ohio retailers.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. This is the AEP Energy Buckeye pregame show on the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeye fans, AEP Energy is redefining the game with renewable energy plans for your home or business. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. The Buckeyes at home with the thundering herd of Marshall today. What the Ohio State defense has done has been impressive. And a big part of that has been experienced players like cornerback Denzel Burke, and he looks forward to getting back out there after a first-half targeting call took him out of the last game.
Extremely ready to play for this next game, especially Marshall. They throw the ball a lot, so I definitely have some play opportunities to get out there. It's never a good feeling, especially, it's my last year. I'm trying to make everything trying to take advantage of every opportunity I have. And just being out for the first half kind of sucked, but, it's part of the game.
And Burke also says he's looking forward to sharpening his skills against the toughest type of competition.
I wish our schedule was a little better going into the season, like the start of the season. For me, I definitely want to get a real look at where we're at, and just to be able to have a matchup game early in the year like these other teams around the country. It kind of just shows you where you're at, and it's a good start up to the season, especially if you win them.
And another player in the secondary who has turned heads with his play is cornerback Lorenzo Stiles, who has merited playing time on defense by earning his bones on special teams.
We take special teams serious around here. We show guys all the time. Chris Olave is a big one that they show all the time. Just making plays early on as a freshman. Marv on special teams as a freshman. And in a way, I'm still kind of that young. I'm proving myself every single day. So I'm trying to make plays there, and then that's going to translate to defense as well.
Jim, when you think about what this Ohio State defense has done, 10 consecutive opponent drives that have yet to get across the 50-yard line, and there has been no red zone possessions for either of the first two opponents.
Yeah, it's been incredible, Paul. And they're top three in the NCAA in every category. Scoring, number one. Rushing yards, number two. Passing yards, number three. And total defense, number one. So there's not much more he can say about how effective this defense has been under the third-year coach, Jim Knowles, as the defensive coordinator. I'm excited to see a few guys, though, for Marshall, like Christian Fitzpatrick, the transfer from Michigan State. He's got good size. Denzel Burke. And our corners, Davidson and Igbenogin, are going to get some challenges with his 6'4", 217-pound frame body. So he's guys that can go up and make plays. And we saw him make a fabulous one-handed catch last week 2 weeks ago against Virginia Tech. Running back-wise, Jordan Houston, Ethan Payne, but you'll probably see a lot of A.J. Turner because he's got the hot hand right now. He's got big play capability, taking a couple to the houses on some long runs, averaging, as you mentioned earlier, 15.9 per carry. And then the quarterback, Stone Earl, numbers just okay, 44% completion, 114 yards per game. He's thrown 3 TDs and has 1 interception, but he also could beat you on the ground. He's had 17 rushing attempts for 86 yards. So how these guys all match up will be fun to watch today.
And Clay Hall, we know that Tyleek Williams will not play a defensive tackle for Ohio State. So from down on the field, I'm sure it'll be interesting to watch the rotation of who fills that spot.
No question, and we expect the German-born Hero Kanu, to get his first start in scarlet and gray. Ohio State, one of only 3 teams in the country that has not allowed a touchdown, and certainly in the game notes provided this week, 16%, just 4 drives out of 24 has the opposition crossed the 50-yard line.
Our keys are presented by Medical Mutual, Ohio's hometown Medicare insurer. Jim?
Well, as we talked about the numbers, there's not much more that this team can do, but one area, 13 penalties. So limit the penalties today. And we talked about it earlier. One of them led to ejection of Denzel Burke. Let's see if they can clean up that category. Been good also on not missing tackles. That's going to be the key every game. You know, this team has 8 sacks, 15 tackles for losses. You got to keep up with a good start and then protect the quarterback. Last week they gave up 2 sacks. First game 0, so just 2 for the year. They got to continue that to protect Will Howard and company at the quarterback position.
We are getting closer to the opening kickoff for today's game between the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Marshall Thundering Herd. The AEP Energy Buckeye pregame show has been brought to you statewide by Encova Insurance on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
And brought to you locally by State Farm, your Central Ohio Toyota dealers, and by the Diamond Cellar on your home of the Buckeyes. Live and local weekdays beginning at 6 a.m. with Morning Juice on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Howard Hanna is the proud real estate sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. At Howard Hanna, we offer everything you need when buying or selling with one winning team. Our streamlined services save you time and money and make sure all aspects of your home buying and selling journey are handled smoothly. Step onto the field with confidence and experience top-notch support from our team, knowing that Howard Hanna has got what it takes to cross the goal line and get the job done. Visit howardhanna.com/GoBucks today.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
On Saturdays in the Shoe, we watch legends made on the field. But did you know that the agricultural field is one of Ohio's largest industries? Our dedicated team of experienced agribusiness bankers takes us all across this great state. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Want to kick off your fall shopping with a touchdown? Shop Bob's Discount Furniture for pieces that fit your style and your space. Check out Bob's space-conscious and style-forward furniture for every room, like counter-height dining sets, convenient lift-top coffee tables, guest-friendly pop-up sleepers, and storage-filled seating perfect for game day hangouts. So stop and score winning design with Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, Ohio State fans, it's time to root the Buckeyes on to victory. You gotta scream to cheer on your team. But when you want to chill, try the Buckeyes Frozen Cherry Float at Burger King. Sweet cherry flavor, mixed with smooth vanilla soft serve. Grab 1 or 2 and refresh today when you're rocking the scarlet and gray. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Horvath deep second, he is up. Ball goes to Horvath. Horvath face back, there's a pass. Look out for this. It's a touchdown, Ohio. The ball is set down. Janowitz boots it. It is good. Janowitz makes the field goal. Ball goes to Haffley through there, and he may go all the way. Look out for this. There he goes. Half a long Cassidy. And it's Griffin coming up the middle. 25, 20, 15, 10.
side, steps up and gets to the end zone. Troy Smith.
When you're used to somebody else leading, there's no one else to look. You have to be the guy who does it.
To the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and into the end zone goes Travion Henderson.
It's going to take everybody on the roster to go win a championship.
Hits Ibuka, who waltzes into the end zone untouched for another Ohio State touchdown. Emeka Ibuka.
In the plan to win, the number one thing is play great defense.
Screens it out on the right side. Oh! Intercepted. Tuimoloau will walk into the end zone with a pick six. Jalen Tuimoloau.
It's an opportunity to learn and grow and see, what it takes to win in the CFP.
Mariota just flings that one down the left side of the field. Intercepted by Eli Apple at the 25. And Apple will go to the ground at the 32, and that's it. Ohio State national champions for the 8th time.
From Learfield, this is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics. Buckeye football is brought to you statewide by Encova Insurance and by the Ohio Kubota dealers on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield. And brought to you locally by State Farm, your Central Ohio Toyota dealers, and by the Diamond Cellar on your home of the Buckeyes. Live and local weekdays beginning at 6 a.m. with Morning Juice on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
American Electric Power is a proud sponsor of Buckeyes Care.
Hi, I'm Janelle Coleman with American Electric Power. AEP comes together with our communities to create a better future every day. Whether we serve, build, or simply share with others, we make Central Ohio brighter for our neighbors. Our collaboration with Buckeyes Care is another way we work to make the future boundless for all.
Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. Growing up in the family business, I've seen firsthand the joy and love that comes with finding the perfect engagement ring. For over 77 years, our family's been dedicated to providing the best quality, unmatched selection, and the guaranteed best price. From timeless classics to custom designs, we have the perfect ring for every love story. Let our family help you celebrate the moments that mean the most. Visit Diamond Cellar today on Salmo Road or at Easton Town Center.
It is time to square off against overpriced family dinners with Donato's all-new bakery crust pizza. A square-cut, thicker bakery-style crust with smoked provolone cheese and Donato's fresh toppings, plus your choice of marinara, ranch, or garlic sauce for dipping. The crust is thicker, but the deal is the kicker. Right now, you can get 2 one-topping bakery crust pizzas for just $19.99. It's a whole lot of pizza for not a lot of dough. Order with the app or at donatos.com.
Your Ohio State flagship station, The Fan. Always and forever, your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Today's starting lineups presented by the American Dairy Association Mideast. Chocolate milk has 8 grams of protein with the power to fuel everyone, including Ohio State lineman Donovan Jackson. He's built like a Buckeye, and you can be too. Learn more at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/built like a Buckeye. The Marshall offense will be led by senior quarterback Stone Earl. Jordan Houston at tailback. We should see a good dose, though, of A.J. Turner. Receivers, Christian Fitzpatrick and Elijah Metcalf. Toby Payne, the tight end. On the offensive line, Logan Osborne at center. Bryce Ramsey and Jalen Slappy, the guards. Jeremy Jones and Elijah Ellis will be the tackles. The Ohio State defense opposite them. On the line, Jalen Tuimoloau, Ty Hamilton, Hero Canoe, and Jack Sawyer. Linebackers are Cody Simon and Sonny Styles. In the secondary, Denzel Burke, Davison Igbenosin, and Jordan Hancock at corners, with Lathan Ransom and Caleb Downs at safeties. The Ohio State offense, led by quarterback Will Howard. Travion Henderson and Quinshawn Judkins will split the tailback duties. Receivers, Jeremiah Smith and Emeka Ibuka. Tight end duties split up by G. Scott and Will Kazmarek. On the offensive line, Seth McLaughlin at center, Tegra Shabola and Donovan Jackson at guards. Josh Fryer and Josh Simmons are the Ohio State tackles. The Marshall defense opposite them. On the line, Jabari Ishmael, Jason Shuford, Chris Thomas, and Mike Green. Linebackers are Landon Watson and Jaden Yates. In the secondary, Jadarius Green McKnight, Jacoby Henderson, A.J. McGee, Amir Foster, and Josh Moten. That's for Marshall's defense. Coming up, the coin toss and the opening kick. You're listening to the home of the Buckeyes.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance and their local independent agents are prepared for what's next and protect what matters most to you. Whether that's your home, car, business, or family, Encova's got your back with a policy that fits you perfectly. With local independent agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova's playbook is an easy win for your peace of mind. You can trust their team of agents to develop a strategy that's just right for you. And it's not just X's and O's. Your expert agent will guide you and provide insurance solutions so you can confidently manage your risk and count on a financially secure future. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you. Encova is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts. And for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
It's Bobby Carpenter. Join us Monday morning at 6 for the Morning Juice on 97.1 The Fan.
Welcome inside the Union Home Mortgage broadcast booth, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. Third-ranked Ohio State 2-0, facing 1-1 Marshall this afternoon. Just the third meeting between these two schools. The first one in 2004, Ohio State won 24-21 when Mike Nugent booted a game-winning 55-yard field goal. Santonio Holmes also with a couple of touchdowns in that game. The second game that the Buckeyes won 45-7 is not recognized because of NCAA sanctions. That's a game where Terrell Pryor had 3 touchdown passes, 2 of them to DeVere Posey and Brandon Sane. Remember him? Brandon Sane, a couple of touchdown runs in that game.
Yeah, the old tattoo gate cost them in 2010, so they had to vacate all those wins from that year.
Yeah,
pretty good year for the Buckeyes, too.
That was a Thursday night game to start the season.
Well, I think that was their first and only Thursday night game as well. Did we go against Wyoming one time way back in the day?
Indiana, Minnesota, those were all on Thursday nights, too. So it was an oddity, but anymore now, this day and age, especially when something involving schools from non-Power 5, non-Power 4, we should say, conferences, weeknight games aren't uncommon.
Especially for the season openers.
That's right. But Ohio State back home, wearing their home scarlet jerseys and the usual attire, silver helmets, gray trousers. Marshall will be wearing their dress whites with green trim. And for those who maybe have been around the stadium both today and yesterday, you've seen the Marshall team buses flying around. Bright green buses flying around town.
Proud of their colors.
Yes, they are, as they should be. Of course, Marshall's a team that's resided in a bunch of different conferences over the year. They've been in the Buckeye Conference twice, in the MAC, Conference USA, the Ohio Valley. Now they're in the Sun Belt Conference. The coin toss about to occur down the stadium field floor. Let's check in down there with Clay Hall.
Yeah, here we go. The Thundering Herd, 23-18 under head coach Charles Huff. The Buckeyes 58-8 under Ryan Day as we approach midfield with captains Abuka, Henderson, Sawyer, and of course the Block O recipient. That would be Cody Simon, and we'll listen in on the coin toss.
Welcome. It's a great day for football. My name's Brian Banks. I'll be your referee today. This is Tim Gover. He's your umpire. The remainder of our crew is split between your respective team sidelines. Marshall, you're the visitors. Therefore, you will get to call the toss. We've got heads, tails. What's your call?
Tails.
Tails is called. Sorry. It's heads. You'll take the ball. Which way do you want to kick? You'll kick that way? All right, spin it.
Ohio State has won the toss. They will defer.
Elected to defer.
They will
kick
defend
towards the south end zone. Good luck, gentlemen.
The south end zone.
All right, thank you, Clay. Each Buckeye defensive third down this half brought to you by Corson Fire and Security, protecting life and property since 1946. From knowledgeable and salespeople to highly trained technicians, Corson provides the very best fire protection and security solutions to businesses throughout Ohio. Learn more at Corson.com. And as he continues to pinch hit, Clay Hall does. Matt Andrews, we're thinking about you, and we're looking forward to getting you back when you're ready to get back.
Yeah, we certainly are. Exchanged a few texts with Matt this week. One early this morning at 7:15. He was ready to go.
And he probably hesitated. Would have sent it earlier. Today's game time temperature brought to you by Atlas Butler. And this feels like a lie, but it's 84 degrees. So they tell us Atlas Butler is proud to serve Central Ohio for over 100 years. Their technicians are scheduled day and night, 7 days a week, including holidays. And since Atlas Butler is always open, you never pay any after-hour service fees. For all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs, call 1-800-FURNACE. You believe 84? I don't.
Well,
at least how it feels.
I checked the wind out of the north-northwest, 2 miles an hour, so that won't be a factor today.
I wouldn't, it would be a welcome factor, but it's not. These little fans up here are only doing so much. Ian Foster is the deep kick returner for the Marshall Thundering Herd, averaging over 33.5 per kick return, but hasn't been that many of them. And it'll be Jaden Fielding kicking off for Ohio State. He has on the year 12 touchbacks, junior from League City, Texas. He will be kicking from the south end of the stadium, the open end, to the north end of the stadium, which is closed. 12 noon kickoff, Jim, just like we asked for.
Yeah, they're not bad. I like these.
Oh, yes. Fielding approaches the ball and kicks it to get the game started. Ian Foster sets up and lets that one land behind him, so Marshall will have it first and 10 at their 25. They're averaging 413 yards per game of total offense. Stone Earl, a senior from Keller, Texas. He has matriculated from both North Texas University and Abilene Christian. 44% completions on the year, 228 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Fielding has had 19 kickoffs. 13 of those have been touchbacks. That one about 8 yards deep.
Well, A.J. Turner is going to open a tailback. A sophomore from Richmond, Virginia. He's been hampered in opportunities because of a broken bone in his right hand suffered in the opener against Stony Brook. Christian Fitzpatrick, receiver off the line to the left. 2 others flanked right as Stone Earl, the quarterback, works in a shotgun. Now a tight end moving in motion as Earl gets the snap on first down. Looking quickly to throw, tosses right side, incomplete at the 30. And Jordan Hancock, corner, was there to harass the intended receiver, Braylon Brown.
Yeah, Braylon Brown, a 6'1", 198-pound redshirt junior, got the first pass attempt. But as you said, the defense is right there to make sure that wasn't a completion.
Brown and Metcalf will come wide to the right, along with their tight end, Toby Payne, while Christian Fitzpatrick is wide to the left. Turner behind his quarterback, Earl, in a pistol formation. 2nd and 10, Marshall at their own 25-yard line. And now the running back Turner motion to the right of his quarterback Earl, who gets the snap, fakes the hand, guns it on the right side, and that's caught by Metcalf. And the 31 of Marshall coming off the right flank, brought down by Jordan Hancock, so to be 3rd and short for the Thundering Herd.
Yeah, 3rd about 2. A quick slant route there by number 9, Metcalf. He was able to catch that. Good throw there by Stone Earl, the quarterback.
Corson, 3rd down situation. 3rd and 4 is what the scoreboard tells us, with Marshall owning the ball at their own 31-yard line in the opening drive of the game. 2x2 receivers, right and left. Turner remains the tailback to the right of his quarterback, Stone Earl. 3rd and 4, Marshall with the ball at their own 31-yard line. Ohio State loading up the defensive front. And back is Earl to pass. Pressure coming. Earl drifts to his left side, throws on the run, and it's caught by Metcalf, tackled at his own 38-yard line by linebacker Cody Simon, and it'll give the Thundering Herd a first down.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Ty Hamilton there was putting pressure on the quarterback, and he had to roll out to his left, Stone Earl, and then he found Metcalf enough to pick up the first down.
Ball marked for Marshall at their own 37-yard line. So the Thundering Herd on the march. Two receivers sent wide to the left. Single flanker is off the line to the right for quarterback Stone Earl, who's in a shotgun. A.J. Turner right behind him. Give to Turner, running to the right side behind blockers to his own 35, and he's taken down at his own 39 by defensive end Jack Sawyer.
Get him about 3 yards. Jack Sawyer was a left defensive end there. He held contained inside, and as soon as A.J. Turner went inside, he's able to come back and make that tackle.
Turner averaging 15.9 a carry, 222 yards and 1 touchdown. That was an 80-yard run in week 1. 2nd and 7 Marshall at their own 40. Scoreless first quarter. Stone Earl again in the shotgun. He's got Braylon Brown wide to the right. Elijah Metcalf and Christian Fitzpatrick are flanked to the left, with A.J. Turner in the backfield with him. Logan Osborne, the center, hovers over the football. 4 down on the defensive front for Ohio State. Snap to Stone Earl, screens at left side. Turner at his own 35, scoots to the 40, and he is knocked down at his own 42-yard line by safety Caleb Downs. Brings up another course and 3rd down.
Jordan Hancock was there first, but as you said, Caleb Downs made sure he stayed down. Well, this will be a little bit longer 3rd down conversion for the Herd, about a 3rd and 5.
At their own 42-yard line. Fitzpatrick is wide, along with tight end Toby Payne to the left. 2 others are flanked out wide to the right. Turner in the backfield to the right of quarterback Stone Earl. 3rd and 5, Marshall at their own 42. Scoreless first quarter. 4 down linemen on the front for Ohio State defensively. Fitzpatrick now motioning across the line. Goes back to the left side of the formation. Snap to Earl, looking left, still looking, now looks right. Earl throws middle of the field, and it is caught by Brown at the 40 of Ohio State as he beat corner Denzel Burke to the ball. And a nice catch by Braylon Brown to give a Herd a first down in Buckeye territory.
He has a really good job there by Stone Earl, the quarterback. He looked left. He was looking towards Christian Fitzpatrick for a little bit, and then he went back to the middle of the field and found Metcalf, guarded by Denzel Burke.
1st and 10 Marshall at the Ohio State 41-yard line. Breaks a streak of 10 straight opponent drives that did not get into Buckeye territory. Earl in the shotgun. He's got Houston in the backfield with him. Fakes a handoff to Houston. Throws middle of the field. Caught by Fitzpatrick at the Ohio State 30. And he's wrangled down there by safety Lathan Ransom. It's another Marshall first down.
They've had success throwing to the middle of the field here on this drive. That's 3 completions that they've got between the safeties.
11 and a half to play, scoreless first quarter. But Marshall is moved to the Ohio State 29-yard line, thanks to the passing of Stone Earl. He's got 2-by-2 receivers, right and left. Houston to tailback to the left of the quarterback, Stone Earl, who's in the gun. Now Earl looks like he's going to change the play as he looks to his left into the Marshall sideline. Earl resets in the shotgun. First down at the Buckeye 29-yard line for Marshall. Earl the snap, hands to Jordan Houston. He runs left side to the 25, to the 20, bounces off defenders and goes down at the Ohio State 15-yard line. Stopped finally by safety Caleb Downs, but tailback Jordan Houston with an aggressive run.
2 straight plays, 2 straight first downs for the Thundering Herd. They're not huddling. They're up the line of scrimmage this whole drive, playing fast.
Which is the Ohio State 15-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for Marshall here in a scoreless first quarter. Triangle of receivers off the line to the right. Houston to the right of his quarterback, Stone Earl, who's in the shotgun for Marshall. And Earl hands it off Houston. He's tripped up and stopped by defensive end Jack Sawyer right around the 14 of Ohio State.
Yeah, Jack Sawyer again coming hard off the line of scrimmage from his left defensive end position. Got behind that right guard and was able to come down that line of scrimmage for just a short gain.
2nd and 9. Marshall at Ohio State's 14-yard line. 10-20 and counting. Scoreless first quarter. Dual receivers each side of the formation for Marshall. Houston in the backfield with quarterback Stone Earl, who now is going to glance to his left to his sideline. Play call change possibly. 4 down on the front for Ohio State. Linebackers creeping in close on the defensive line of scrimmage. Earl gets the snap and takes off running. Straight ahead, left side to the 10, to the 5 of Ohio State. And he fumbles the football. It carries out of bounds around the 4 of Ohio State, and we'll have to see if it's a change of possession. It appeared it went out of bounds before the Buckeyes could grasp it.
Yeah, Sonny Styles, one of the Buckeye defenders there. I don't think he got that in bounds. They went out of bounds, which is enough for the first down.
The offense out of bounds backwards. The ball will be returned to the spot of the or will be placed where it went out of bounds, which results in a first down.
So Marshall will have it 1st and goal at the Ohio State 4. In is a new tailback, Ethan Payne. And now it looks like the officials are stopping possibly for a review.
The previous play is on the further review.
But that ball squirted loose, and it was a free-for-all.
Yeah, they ran a quarterback follow where the quarterback took the snap, followed his running back through the hole, and again, that's right in the middle of this Buckeye defense. They've had some success. We should mention, Tyleek Williams not there, part of that middle of that defense not playing, but of course he's not defending against the passes, but he could have made maybe a play there on that quarterback follow.
And quarterback Stone Earl averaging almost 5 yards per carry. So 9:50 to play. Scoreless first quarter, but Marshall, for the moment, first and goal at the Ohio State 4. Timeout on the field. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
For more than 35 years, Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse has been known by Buckeye Nation as serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks have been a staple in Columbus with 3 locations, in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. Hyde Park is proud to introduce our newly added wine room at the downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining will surround you. And coupled with live entertainment every weekend, Hyde Park will be the perfect setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Buckeye fans, are you game day ready? Ohio State football is back. So get in the zone by adding nutritious and delicious pork to your tailgate menu. Ohio pig farmers are raising wholesome and versatile pork to be the nutritional powerhouse that you need to watch every Buckeye touchdown this season. Head over to ohpork.org to find game day worthy recipes and to learn more about how real Ohio pig farming families care for the land, the water, and their people every day. This ad is paid in part by the Pork Checkoff.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeye football is brought to you in part by Encova Insurance. For auto, home, encircling you with solutions you can trust. Encova, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. No score, 9:50 to play first quarter, but Marshall first and goal at the Ohio State 4. Down on the field to Clay Hall.
Yeah, so much for suffocating the Marshall offense. They're playing fast, playing with tempo, playing with precision, and they're just 4 yards away from drawing first blood here on the opening drive of the football game.
Well, they were fortunate not to have a turnover, something that hurt them in their last game against Virginia Tech, a game that they lost in Blacksburg. But here they are, the Marshall Thundering Herd, knocking on the door, taking the opening kickoff and driving to the Ohio State 4.
Yeah, the referee's still meeting over there with Charlie Huff, the head football coach for Marshall. And
he might be asking about Tudor's biscuits and gravy.
He might be. What's the best one?
Yeah, anyone they bring him.
5 first downs on this drive and no tackle for losses, sacks at all against this Marshall football team.
You know, they had what everybody thought was a quarterback competition going on with Stone Earl, Braylon Braxton, and Cole Pennington. But it certainly seems, based on their last game and this start, Stone Earl's grabbed a hold of it and not letting loose.
He had 10 plays on this drive, 5 for 6 throwing the football, 4 rushes, all positive yards.
Now the officials were reviewing the play, which was a run by Marshall's Earl. Then as he was headed inside the 5, the football was fumbled and it went out of bounds at the Ohio State 4. There were players clutching for it, but the ruling on the field was that it just went out of bounds, so ostensibly it's still Marshall's ball.
After review, the ruling on the field of a fumble out of bounds is confirmed. It's first down, Marshall.
Well, thank you.
Well, that's good that they verified that. That took a while, though.
It did, didn't it? So the Buckeye defense finding themselves boxed into a difficult spot right now. First and goal, Marshall at the Ohio State 4-yard line.
Haven't given up a touchdown in 8 quarters.
No. Ethan Payne will open at tailback. Marshall is going to have tight end Toby Payne on the left side of the line. Wideouts Brown, Fitzpatrick, and Metcalf wide to the right.
Let's see if Tui Malowau can come up with a play here.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Looks like he's wearing shorts out there almost.
You know, he's not alone, Jim. You watch a lot of college football, it looks like it's softball games. First and goal, Marshall to the Ohio State 4. Stone Earl in the pistol. Tailback right behind him, Ethan Payne, who scored a touchdown in their last game. Now Earl changing the play. First and goal, Marshall at the Ohio State 4. Earl sends his tailback, Payne, to his left side. Earl gets the snap, fakes the handoff, takes off running left side to the 5. He stood up at the 2 and dropped at the 1-yard line as Ohio State had Davison Igbinosun, cornerback, greet him right there at the 1.
Yeah, that time Tui Malowell took the cheese. He followed the back. Stone Earl recognized that, pulled it, and started running right to where he vacated.
Get changes on both sides of the line of scrimmage as Marshall looks at 2nd and goal at the Ohio State 1. Fitzpatrick will go wide to the right. And Marshall with an inverted wishbone, 2 tight ends, and Payne the tailback, but the handoff will go to Payne going straight ahead, and he's hit at the 2 and dropped. Sonny Styles, linebacker, one of the first to hit him for Ohio State's defense, so Marshall will be 3rd and goal at the Ohio State 1.
I got to think if I'm Seth Daggy, the offensive coordinator for Marshall, this is 4-down territory playing against the Buckeyes.
I would understand that. 3rd down bells ringing, 3rd and goal Marshall at the Ohio State 1, really 1.5. Thundering Herd are huddled up around their quarterback, Stone Earl. They come out of it with Fitzpatrick going wide to the right. They'll use that inverted wishbone formation again.
Extra lineman in the game.
Ethan Payne, the tailback, the deepest in that inverted wishbone. Stone Earl in the middle of him to take the snap. Gets the snap, hands to Payne, leaps, and he is hit right at the goal line and dropped, but a touchdown signal is given. So Ethan Payne gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year, and Marshall takes a 6-0 lead off the opening kickoff.
Well, what can you say? Excellent drive there. The Thundering Herd Buckeyes defense maybe got 1 tackle for loss of a half a yard on that second last play there, but that time Payne went airborne, landed across the Payne and into the end zone.
On for the extra point is Reese Verhoff, a junior from Columbus Grove High School here in Ohio. The snapper is Drew Pettit. Alec Clark, the punter, is the holder. And Reese Verhoff, who is 8 for 8 on point afters, will try for point number 7. Kick for Verhoff is in the air, and it is good for the Marshall Thundering Herd, who have a 7-0 lead over Ohio State. 8:14 to play first quarter. Score perks on Game Day Essentials all season long at Giant Eagle, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Timeout on the field. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Buckeye Nation, the game's on fire. Whether you're in the stadium or on the couch, make sure Buckeye Vodka, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, is in your lineup. Distilled for a smooth finish, it's the perfect play for any game day. Grab yours and please enjoy responsibly. And be sure to follow them on social media at Buckeye Vodka. That's at Buckeye Vodka, 21 and over.
Hey, Buckeye fans, Union Home Mortgage's 1% down payment program is like kicking an extra point or scoring a 2-point conversion. You put 1% down, and Union Home Mortgage will kick in up to 2% on the house. Visit UHM.com or call 877-846-4968 today. Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229. UHM will contribute up to 2% down, no greater than $2,500 towards a 3% down payment. Home buyers responsible for the remainder of the down payment. This offer is available for the purchase of a primary residence only. For full terms and conditions, visit UHM.com.
Hey, Buckeye Nation, Paul Keels here for my other favorite nation, Window Nation. If you're a fan of scoring, you're going to love this. Window Nation is going nuts with an incredible offer just for you. Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free plus 0 down and 0 payments with 0 interest for 2 years. And if you order a full house of windows, you'll be part of a full house at the Shoe with tickets to a Buckeye game. Call Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit them online at windownation.com. Tell them Paul sent you for the Buckeyes Full House Special.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Each first down Ohio State picks up today is brought to you by Kroger. Kroger Pickup is the easy way to get what you want right when you need it. Try Kroger Pickup today in the Kroger app or at Kroger.com. Ethan Payne, a 1-yard touchdown run off the opening drive, and Marshall has a 7-0 lead over Ohio State. 8:14 to play first quarter. Down on the field to Clay Hall.
Yeah, I looked at that from the 1-yard line on the west side, and as I looked toward the line of scrimmage, and both interior lines are starting to hunker down, Marshall had a decided height and apparently weight advantage, and every time they've got 2 or 3 wides, Marshall, again, taller than the Ohio State defensive backs. Now, that doesn't make for a decided or a defeat or whatever, but just surprised that they brought a lot of weight to this affair.
The Herd scoring drive, 13 plays, 75 yards, 6:46 off the clock. Paul, they were perfect on 3rd downs, 3 for 3 in coming into this game, Ohio State defense was just giving up third down conversions at a 23% rate. That'll improve or increase.
Well, Jim, we knew that somebody eventually would score a touchdown against Ohio State's defense.
Sooner or later.
And Marshall was the one that broke the seal.
It's a long year.
Yes.
Now let's see if this offense can pay back the favor.
We are hoping it's a very long year. So the Buckeyes will get their hands on the football for the first time this afternoon. Marshall's Ethan Payne, a 1-yard rushing touchdown, a senior from Poca, West Virginia. That is his 7th career rushing touchdown. Well, they are taking quite a lengthy period of time to get this kickoff play executed.
Well, it's the second time they've been behind. They were down 3-0 to Akron the first game of the year.
Reese Verhoff to kick it off. For the Marshall Thundering Herd, Ohio State will have Brandon Ennis. And I think that's Lorenzo Stiles back there.
Number 3.
Yes.
Number 4 to start the year.
Yes, he was. And we try to keep up because it's a constant changing world when it comes to players' numbers. Verhoff with a kickoff. Booms that into the south end, and it'll land in the end zone for a touchback. So the Ohio State offense will take over at their own 25. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever, your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
7-0 Marshall with a lead. 8:14 to play first quarter. Ohio State quarterback Will Howard has completed 64% of his passes, 520 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Number 17, the 5-yard penalty we added to his sitting spot. First down, Ohio State.
All right, well, we didn't catch that right away, so it'll be 1st and 10 Ohio State with the ball at the 30-yard line on their own side of the field. Howard had a touchdown pass in the last game and also rushed for a score. He'll start off in a shotgun with tailback Travion Henderson off to his right. Jeremiah Smith flanked to the left. 2 others wide right for Ohio State, who trails 7-0. Handoff Henderson running straight ahead. Travion Henderson is dropped down at about the 32-yard line by defensive lineman Raekwon Thompson of Marshall.
Yeah, Thompson coming up there right away, making that play. Had 2 tackles coming into the ball game. Transfer out of UTEP.
A lot of transfers on that team.
31.
2nd and 8. Ohio State at their own 32-yard line. Will Howard in the shotgun. Travion Henderson off his right hip. 3 wide to the right. Tight end G. Scott is on the right side. He'll motion to the left. G. Scott will. And on 2nd down, Will Howard receives the football. Quick screen goes on the right side. Emeka Ibuka. He'll slide to his own 40. Get to the 50. Ibuka loose. He's coming left side to the Marshall 30. He's to the 20, to the 10. Beep into the end zone. Touchdown. Emeka Ibuka. But there is a penalty flag down.
We'll see what that flag is. That's right on the 34-yard line, near the line of scrimmage.
If it would stand, it would be a 68-yard scoring play, but it does not appear that'll be the case.
There is no foul on the play for blocking downfield. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Well, it's a touchdown then. Emeka Ibuka takes a short pass and races 68 yards to the end zone, and Ohio State a PAT away from tying the game. They trail 7-6.
Ibuka picking up his 15th career touchdown. Great blocks, obviously near the line of scrimmage, and then got one by Carnell Tate about that 10-yard line that helped seal the deal and get him into the end zone. Well, that didn't take long to answer.
No. Boy, that body language by everybody made you feel it was coming back good, didn't it?
Yeah.
So the PAT unit on, Jaden Fielding to kick, Joe McGuire to hold, and John Furlman to snap. For Ohio State to get a chance to tie this game at 7-all. Furlman in position of the ball, snaps it, McGuire spots it, kick by Fielding is up, and it is good to tie the game at 7 with that touchdown. That's another donation from the Heartland Bank Community Foundation to the USO of Central and Southern Ohio, benefiting our active duty military personnel and their families. For more information or to support our troops, go to usocso.org and be the force behind the forces. Timeout with 7:32 to play first quarter. Ohio State and Marshall tied at 7. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Evan Williams Bourbon is now the official bourbon sponsor of Ohio State Athletics and is a proud supporter of college athletics everywhere. Evan Williams Bourbon is game day's #1 pour. Reach for Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon and Evan Williams 1783 Small Batch. This lineup of award-winning bourbon is extra aged for a rich and smooth taste that's easy to enjoy. Make Evan Williams a part of your game day tradition by visiting evanwilliams.com to find a bottle near you. Go Buckeyes! Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43.45% alcohol by volume, 21 plus. Think wisely, drink wisely.
Now, the officials have been talking for quite some time.
All righty, let's see what they have to say.
Upon further review, there is no penalty on the play. However, we have conferred and discovered that Bob, the line judge, has saved a boatload for his kids' college using Ohio's 529 plan. It is tax-free, accepted nationwide. Bob recommends we all go to collegeadvantage.com. First down.
Well, that's not entirely unexpected.
Classic Bob.
Okay, I'm not usually one to exaggerate, but you need to drop everything and get to Kohl's because they have so many ways to save right now. I just shopped their customer appreciation event, and not only did I get great deals on a bunch of fall styles, I also got 30% off because I'm a Kohl's card holder. Or if you're a rewards member, you get 20% off. Even non-members can save with 15% off. Plus, you can earn Kohl's cash too. So what are you waiting for? Hurry to Kohl's and thank me later. Offers end September 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Stay safe this season and make a plan for a safe ride home. If you drive drunk, you will be caught and you will be arrested. Drive sober or get pulled over, funded by the Ohio Traffic Safety Office and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Will Howard and Emeka Ibuka hook up on a 68-yard scoring pass play for Ohio State, plus the point after. It ties the game at 7 with Marshall with 7:32 to play in the first.
The Ohio State scoring drive, powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. 2 plays, 70 yards, 42 seconds off the clock. Down on the sidelines to Clay Hall.
Steady Eddie Emeka Ibuka. Wow. He's caught a pass in every game that he suited up for the Scarlet and Gray. Put a huge smile on the face of Maurice Claret, who is sidelined today.
27-game catch streak going now for the senior from Stellacom, Washington, Emeka Ibuka.
With that 15th career touchdown, that ties him with Corey Brown, Paris Campbell, and Ted Ginn Jr. tied for 21st now in Ohio State history.
Fantastic company. Well, back deep for Marshall to wait. The kick is, let's check and make sure, A.J. McGee, I believe, is who it's going to be. You know, between the plays there, they were acknowledging Ohio State's new baseball coach, Justin Hare. Marshall's current baseball coach was Ohio State's coach for a dozen years, Greg Beals, who we understand is here today. Of course, Greg Beals had Ohio State win a couple of Big Ten baseball tournaments. Fondly remember one of them in 2016 when they came from the consolation bracket. And Bob Spears left me all by myself in Omaha, fielding with a kickoff. And that ball's going to land in the end zone for a touchback, and Bob Spears will never live that down.
Well, you know, Spears Funeral Home, they got work to do on the weekend sometimes.
It was his son's birthday, that's what it was. So I did 2 games all by myself, but Ohio State won the championship, so it was worth it.
That's a lot of talking to yourself there, Paul.
Yeah, and the answers were good, too. So Marshall, who scored, thanks to a 1-yard TD run from Ethan Payne on the opening drive of the game, they'll get the ball for the second time this afternoon. Stone Earl at quarterback. A.J. Turner will be the tailback, set up on his left-hand side. 3 receivers dispatched to the right. Christian Fitzpatrick is wide to the left. Snap to Earl. Fakes the screen. Takes off running up the middle of the field, and he's loose to his own 30. Flag is thrown to safety Lathan Ransom. Forces Earl out of bounds at the Marshall 36.
Yeah, there's a helmet off. I don't know if there was hands to the face there, so we'll have to wait to see what the official ends up calling here.
That was a Marshall helmet, and it belonged to Bryce Ramsey, one of their guards. Okay.
Holding. Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's still first down. Offensive player number 55's helmet came off during the play. He must be out for 1 play.
Well, that'll back him up. 1st and 20 now for the Herd.
So that means Sean Marcus Adams will come in and replace him at guard. So Marshall with a little longer piece of real estate to navigate.
Got Ja'Shawn Moore in there, number 94 at defensive tackle now.
So Marshall with a longer first down, working for their own 15-yard line. Stone Earl in the shotgun. A.J. Turner, tailback, is on his right-hand side. 4 receiver package with 2 on each side. Earl with a snap. Flings that up the left side, and it is incomplete at the 20-yard line. Corner Davison Igbenosin there to bump the tight end, Justin Holmes, who looked like he had to go right to his mitts.
Yeah, you can see pretty quick throws there. He's not holding the ball in the pocket and not allowing the pass rush to get there.
So it'll be second down, and what is it going to be? 2nd and 20 for Marshall with the ball at their own 15-yard line. Again, a two-receiver package, two to the right, two to the left of the Thundering Herd, and a tie game at 7-all here in the first quarter. Stone Earl in a shotgun. A.J. Turner to his left, and Earl's going to take off running again, but he is greeted and stopped at the 16 on his own side of the field. Jalen Tui Moloau, defensive lineman, one of the Buckeyes who brought him down, bringing up a course and third down.
Yeah, Caden McDonald in the ballgame, a defensive tackle, also was one of the first Buckeyes to get in that backfield.
So it's going to be third and, about 19 to go for Marshall as they send Ethan Payne in at tailback. Three receivers wide right, single flanker Fitzpatrick to the left. Third and 19 Marshall at their own 16-yard line. Cody Simon sneaking up front. Buckeye linebacker showing possibly a blitz.
Yeah, they're both lined up in the A gap there, Cody Simon and Sonny Styles.
Yes, they are, the two linebackers. Stone Earl changing the play as he resets in the shotgun on third and 19. Looking, fakes the throw, takes off running left side to his own 20-yard line, forced out of bounds at his 24 by defensive end Jalen Tui Moloau. There's a collision of bodies over on the sideline.
I tell you, Igbinozen and Christian Fitzpatrick have been going at it early in this ball game. Both those guys back and forth at each other. And that time, Fitzpatrick drove him into the Marshall sideline.
You know, Marshall had in their last game a real nasty situation, Virginia Tech, where some players were knocked down and the officials didn't see it, meaning Virginia Tech players knocking Marshall players down. Brandon Innes, who's averaging over 8 for punt return, will await a punt from Alec Clark. Gets the snap, hits the punt from his 11. Oh, that's an ugly one. That ball's going to bounce to the 40, roll to the Ohio State 30-yard line, moves to the 25, and go out of bounds to the 24. Ugly but successful. Buckeye fans, power up and carbon down with AEP Energy and Eco Advantage, their 100% renewable energy plan for your home or business. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Timeout with 5:49 to play first quarter. Ohio State and Marshall tied at 7. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Buckeyes, I'm Kurt Lewis, United Healthcare of Ohio CEO and graduate of The Ohio State University. United Healthcare and the Ohio Chamber of Commerce believe healthy small businesses are vital to our economy. That's why we're ready to give your small business a big promotion at no cost to you through our small business sweepstakes. Winners receive radio promotion, social media recognition, and more. To enter, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/UHC. United Healthcare, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
For terms and conditions, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/UHC. Sweepstakes rules and restrictions apply.
Wish you could call a play or two? You can get in the game when you play the Bob's Discount Furniture Dare to Compare Challenge. When you dare to compare Bob's winning styles with the competition, you get on-trend, high-quality furniture for every room in your home that costs hundreds, even thousands less than other brands. See how much you can save when you dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeyes are known for paying it forward. That's why Buckeyes Care strives to serve the betterment of our community by positively impacting families across Ohio. Joint partners American Electric Power, Kroger, Donato's, the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the James Cancer Hospital, Huntington Bank, and WBNS-TV in Columbus in supporting this cause at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/BuckeyesCare. 7-7 the score. Ohio State and Marshall with 5:49 to play in what's been an eventful first quarter, Jim.
Yeah, again, you go back to that last game. They just gave up 99 yards in the ball game. They gave up 75 on the opening drive there. That time they had the holding call that backed up Marshall, and they were able to make a pay, get a 3rd and 19, quarterback scrambles, and they have to punt the football. And again, we saw that punt. It looked like it was going to go out around maybe the 45-yard line, but got a very good roll and went out of bounds right at the 24.
It sure did. So that's where Ohio State will take over. The Buckeyes scored on a Will Howard to Emeka Ibuka 68-yard pass play. Marshall scored on a 1-yard run by Ethan Payne.
I don't know about you, but I think I'd throw another one of those screen passes.
Why not?
Yeah, look pretty good
with that track record.
Hey, we got the shade now up in the press box. It feels really comfortable.
I know, because it was warm and sunny and all that, but we'll be begging for it in November.
Yeah, we will.
1st and 10, Ohio State at their own 24-yard line. Game tied at 7. Smith, Ibuka, and Tate all bunched in on the left side of the line. Wide receiver is the tight end, Kazmarek. Off the line to the left, he'll motion in tight for quarterback Will Howard, who's in the gun. Travion Henderson in the backfield with him. First down, Buckeyes at their own 24. Screen goes right side to Carnell Tate. He'll gallop to his 30-yard line and bruised out of bounds at his own 31-yard line by safety J.J. Roberts.
Yeah, Mecca Buka paying back Carnell Tate. He got a good block on that play, allowing Carnell Tate to pick up about 7 yards.
So it is 2nd and 3. Ohio State at their own 31. Buckeyes getting on the ball in the hurry. Will Howard back to pass. He'll sling that one up the left side. Caught by Smith. Tackled at his own 35-yard line by corner Jacoby Henderson. And that brings up a first down pickup presented by Kroger.
Yeah, he picked up the first, got knocked backwards a few yards, but obviously the forward momentum will take him across the 42-yard line.
And the clock moving. 5:15 and rolling. First quarter. Tie game at 7. Ohio State with the ball. As quarterback Will Howard, Kansas State transfer, sets up in a shotgun. Howard gets the snap, hands it to No, he fakes the handoff, guns middle of the field, caught by Tate at the 50 off the left flank, dropped in Marshall's 49-yard line. Corner Jacoby Henderson with a big stick, but Carnell Tate hangs on to it, and the sophomore from Chicago gives the Buckeyes another first down.
Yeah, kind of a high low there. J.J. Roberts went low, knocked down Carnell Tate, but yeah, he steps up. He makes plays about every time he's out there.
He sure does. That is his 8th and 9th catch of the year on this drive. First down, Ohio State at the Marshall 49. Play fake by Howard. He'll gun it deep down the right side for Jeremiah Smith. And that ball is caught at the 10 of Marshall, and he hangs on to it while he is now a Marshall player comes away with it. And the officials are going to say it was intercepted by corner Josh Moten right around the 10 of Marshall.
By the defense. It's first down Marshall. Number 89 of the offense's helmet came off.
So Moten gets the interception for the Thundering Herd on a long ball thrown for Jeremiah Smith. And Marshall with their second interception of the year.
Yeah, the first interception, first turnover for this Ohio State offense. That ball was just a little bit underthrown to Jeremiah Smith. I don't think you can overthrow Jeremiah Smith with the speed he has, but that one they took a big shot down the field, down the Marshall sideline, and got to give credit to Moten. They fought for that football, and he came up with it there at the end.
Junior transfer from Texas A&M, and the Thundering Herd will have the ball at their own 9-yard line in a tie game at 7-7 with 4:32 to play in the first quarter. Well, Ohio State finding themselves being pressed by an opponent.
Yeah, turnovers to do that.
Yes, they will.
Go back to 04.
I was just thinking that. Didn't want to say it, though. Stone Earl, the Marshall quarterback in a shotgun, gets the snap. And he hands it off, and it's his tailback, Houston, who goes straight ahead. He's piled up and stopped right around the 11 or 12. Lineman Hero Canoe getting his first stop, makes the tackle.
Yeah, Houston coming into the ballgame had 17 carries for 55 yards, getting a little bit more work today.
2nd and 8, Marshall right on the ball at their own 11-yard line. Houston sets up to the right of his quarterback, Stone Earl, who's in the shotgun. Now the Thundering Herd look to the sideline for a change of play, very possibly. 2nd and 8, Marshall at their own 11-yard line. Stone Earl gets the snap out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws it up the left side, and it is caught at the 24 by Fitzpatrick, taken out of bounds of the Marshall 29 by corner Davidson Igbinosun, and Christian Fitzpatrick makes another tough catch to give the Herd a first down.
The ruling on the field is a completed pass.
They're still going at it over there in the sideline. They've been going at it all game long. Davidson Igbinosun and Christian Fitzpatrick. And
Igbinosun came away with the ball, Jim.
Yeah.
But
they've already ruled on that.
Yes, they have.
Still a first down.
With a ball for Marshall at their own 27, where they're getting right at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, Marshall at their own 27. The game tied at 7 here in the first quarter. Stone Earl in the shotgun, 3:45 and counting in the first. Earl gets everybody set on the ball, gets the snap, fakes a handoff, takes off running himself to his own 30, to the 35, and Lathan Ransom's going to drop him around the Marshall 37-yard line, near a first down.
That's good play action there again by Stone Earl. Fakes the handoff to the right, goes left. Kenyatta Jackson, Caden Curry, both in at defensive ends for the Buckeyes.
2nd and 1, Marshall with a football at their own 36-yard line. Stone Earl hurting the Buckeyes, running the football from the quarterback spot. He sets up in the gun. Earl back to pass, looking. Short pass out on the right side, caught by his tight end, who's dropped at the 35-yard line. Holmes by safety Lathan Ransom, who came in and dropped Justin Holmes, brings up a course and third down.
Yeah, tackle for loss there, maybe a yard. Make this a 3rd and 2 for the Herd.
Safety Lathan Ransom, senior from Tucson, Arizona, aggressively bringing that play to an end. With less than 3 to play in the first quarter, as you said, Jim, 3rd and 2, Marshall at their own 35-yard line. 3 receivers sent wide to the left of the Thundering Herd, and quarterback Stone Earl. In is DeMarcus Harris for the first time in a receiving set. He's one of those 3 wide to the left. Houston in the backfield with Earl. On third down, Earl with a snap. He's going to take off running behind blockers. He moves to his 39, where he is finally stopped by lineman Ty Hamilton, and that will move the chains for the Thundering Herd.
Yeah, the quarterback run starting to hurt Ohio State a little bit defensively. They might have to spy him a little bit with Cody Simon or Sonny Styles, one of the linebackers.
First down, Marshall at their own 39-yard line with 2:07 to play first quarter. Game tied at 7. Jordan Houston remains a tailback, lined up to the right of his quarterback, Stone Earl. Holmes is wide to the right, one of 2 receivers, 2 others flanked left of the Thundering Herd. Stone Earl gets the snap. Quick screen goes on the right side, and the receiver at his own 40 is dropped at his own 42. Lathan Ransom makes the stop with Braylon Brown. Small pickup.
Buckeyes rotate 3 defensive linemen in right now. Both the starting defensive ends back in, Sawyer, Tui Malowau, after that short pickup. It looked like it went right through Caden Curry's arms almost.
It did. 2nd and 7, Marshall at their own 42 with a minute and a half to play first quarter in a tie game at 7-all. Braylon Brown is wide to the right. Wide to the left are Holmes, Metcalf, and Fitzpatrick, with A.J. Turner returning at tailback. He's to the left of his quarterback, Stone Earl. And Earl hands it to Turner, running straight ahead, and he's going to be grabbed and stopped right around the Marshall 45-yard line. Tywan Malone, defensive lineman with a stop, brings up a Corson 3rd down situation for Ohio State's defense.
Gain of about 3 or 4 yards there, so they'll have a little bit of work to do here on 3rd down.
Just
3 yards.
Play.
Yeah. 3rd and 3.
For Marshall at their own 46-yard line. 3 wide to the left. Holmes, along with Brown and Fitzpatrick. Metcalf flanked right. Turner in the backfield with Stone Earl. On 3rd and short, 3rd and 3, Marshall to their own 46-yard line. 40 seconds and counting here in the first quarter with the game tied at 7. Marshall now being rather leisurely about getting the play executed. Earl in the shotgun, Turner next to him. Earl gets the ball in his hands, looks to throw. Pressure coming, throws left side, and it's caught by Metcalf. He's dropped at the 46 of Marshall. And dropped by corner Denzel Burke, short of the conversion.
About a half yard. I would think that they would go for it here.
And they may not get a play run before the quarter comes to an end here.
They're 1 of 3 on 4th down conversions. You're right. The clock's going to tick out. End of the first.
The ball marked at the 49 of Marshall. Timeout on the field. Ohio State and Marshall are tied at 7. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
When you're here, you understand what it means to be a Buckeye. And at Elk & Elk, we're proud to wear scarlet and gray every Saturday. Every client, every day, means if you're ever injured, we're proud to stand with you in court. And when you're here at the shoe, we're proud to stand with you and cheer on the Buckeyes. Whether we're here at the big game or in court, we are committed to you. Elk & Elk, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The Gridiron isn't the only place Buckeye fans watch points pile up. They score the perks of game day at Giant Eagle and Market District 2. Ready-to-eat prepared foods, everyday value from our family of brands, a fresh selection that thrills every foodie, fuel savings, and convenient favorites are all game day traditions. Earn perks and save on game day and every day at Giant Eagle and Market District. Giant Eagle, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Yes, it's football season once again. Is your banker playing ball with you? If not, maybe it's time to make the switch to Central Ohio's community bank, and that's Heartland. If you pass the ball to us, we won't fumble, trust me. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hear every Buckeye game every year. The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Back at Ohio Stadium, Skip Mossick with a check of your college football scoreboard. It is brought to you by Encova Insurance, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Two other Big Ten teams in action early this afternoon. Second quarter in Bloomington. Indiana leads Charlotte 10-7. Maryland up on Villanova 17-0. They are in the second quarter in College Park. Top 25, just one other game happening. Number 21, Clemson leads NC State 28-0 late first quarter. Around the state first quarter, Cincinnati 14, Houston nothing. Dayton leads Ave Maria, same score, 14-0. Ohio playing at Kentucky. They are just underway. Ohio State and Marshall knotted at 7 as we head to the second with the voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Keels.
Thank you, Skip, and welcome back to the Union Home Mortgage broadcast booth, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. Marshall started the scoring with an Ethan Payne 1-yard touchdown run. That was off the opening kickoff of the game. And then Ohio State a quick answer. Will Howard to Emeka Ibuka, 68 yards through the air for the score to tie it at 7-7. But Marshall working on a drive that was started by a Josh Moten interception off Will Howard.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be 4th and 1, but they rolled that in a first down,
They
so this
sure
will be
did.
1st and 10. And just looking at the possession time the first quarter, Paul, they've had Marshall 13 minutes, 1 second, Ohio State 1:59.
Well, some of that is because you score fast.
Yeah, and an interception or
And
turnover.
an interception, yeah. So Marshall with the football, first down, as you said, Jim, of what we thought was going to be not that. And the Thundering Herd will have the ball placed between their 48 and their 49-yard line. How about Stone Earl, this quarterback?
Yeah, I tell you, he's hurting Ohio State with his arm and with his feet. He's mixing in those runs.
After
Very timely.
review, receiver number 9's own momentum brought him back after completing the catch. His first touch to the 48 and 1/2 yard line. That's short of the line to gain. It'll be 48 and 1/2 yard to the 1/2 yard to the line to gain at the 48 and 1/2 yard line.
Okay, so to be 4th and less than 1. Marshall at their own 48.
Yeah, so the defense has been on the field for 26 plays, and the offense has only been out there, I think, for 6.
Stone Earl, the Marshall quarterback, gets the Herd on the ball. A.J. Turner will be behind him at tailback. Marshall will have 2 wideouts, Fitzpatrick and Metcalf. Wide to the left, 2 others are sent wide to the right, Brown and tight end Toby Payne. So 4th and less than 1 for Marshall with the ball placed just a Frito past their 48-yard line.
All kind of scribbling on my pad after that one.
No, I know. 7-7 score. Buckeyes and Thundering Herd. First play from scrimmage of the second quarter. Marshall still looking to their sideline to get instructions, as well as Stone Earl listening on the headpiece for whatever they may be telling him.
Play clock's down to 12.
So he can't be listening anymore. 4th and less than 1. Marshall at their own 48. Stone Earl out of the shotgun. Takes off running, slips and falls at his own 45. He fell because he had defensive lineman Tywan Malone coming right up on him, so the Thundering Herd turn it over on downs as the Buckeye defense gets the stop.
Well, that's a good stop there by the defense after they had a turnover. Buckeyes get a turnover on downs in Marshall territory.
I think I'd fall down if I saw Tywan Malone approaching me like that, too.
That's a good idea.
So
grab some turf.
Yes, hide for safety. So the Ohio State offense will start this possession in Marshall territory, the 45-yard line. 7-7 the score. Third possession of the game, Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith will go wide to the left. Carnell Tate and Emeka Ibuka and G. Scott come off the line to the right. For quarterback Will Howard, who's got Quinshon Judkins in the backfield with him. First down to the Marshall 45 for the Buckeyes. And Howard back to sling screens at left side. Judkins gets to the Marshall 40-yard line. To the 35, where he is driven out of bounds and should have a first down pickup. Forced out by linebacker Jaden Yates of Marshall, but Judkins with a first down pickup for Ohio State, presented by Kroger.
Yeah, it went from the 45 to the 34, a gain of 11, so they'll go ahead and move the chains, and Ohio State's up, ready to go.
Yes, they are right on the ball. First down to the Marshall 34, as you said, Jim. And they hand off Quinshon Judkins, running straight ahead, bumps off one of his blockers, but he's going to be grabbed and slung down by defensive lineman Sue Agonlier.
Not much running room there. Judkins ran right into the back of Donovan Jackson, number 74. He retreated a few yards and then got taken down to the ground.
So it will be 2nd and 9. Ohio State owning the ball at their own 33 in a tie game at 7-7 early in the second quarter. Emeka Ibuka, who scored the Ohio State touchdown, is wide to the right. Tate and Scott wide left. Scott moving in motion to the right. Howard under center. And Judkins running straight ahead. Breaks loose to the left side of the 25 of Marshall. To the 20 goes Judkins. To the 10, to the 5. And cut down at about the 2-yard line by safety J.J. Roberts. The Buckeyes are in the Giant Eagle red zone thanks to that run by Quinshon Judkins.
Good blocks at the line of scrimmage, and another good block down the field by number 17, Carnell Tate, getting the job done.
Ball marked to the Marshall 4, where it's 1st and goal for Ohio State. Buckeyes trying to break a 7-all tie. Will Howard in the shotgun, pitches it out. Judkins running left side behind blockers, but he's swallowed up and stopped at the 5-yard line by linebacker Landon Watson of Marshall.
Yeah, they lined up on the left hash. Going south, they ran towards the Marshall sideline, and maybe lost a yard or so there.
That's what I was thinking, Jim. So it'll be 2-yard loss. 2nd and goal, for Ohio State at the Marshall 6. Will Kazmarek, who was in at tight end, comes out, replaced by receiver Jeremiah Smith. Early second quarter, game tied at 7, but the Buckeyes trying to break it. 2nd and goal at the Marshall 6 for Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith wide to the left. Tate and Ibuka and Scott off the line to the right, but we'll get a timeout taken by Marshall with 13 minutes and 14 seconds on the second quarter clock. And with that timeout, our score is 7-7. Ohio State and Marshall dead even. Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, choose chill. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Timeout on the field and a tie game at 7. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 2 trips to a Buckeye postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts, and for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
When you travel, they always say, get a room with a view. And there's no better way to travel than with family. Like the Toyota Truck family. Now through September 30th, get $2,000 customer cash on a new 24 Tundra, depending on model. Or lease a Tacoma SR Double Cab for $319 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details. Or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Always and forever your home of the Buckeyes. Home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. The team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Ohio Seniors Medical Mutual is here to help you find better Medicare benefits. Schedule a free Medicare plan review today at medmutual.com/review. Medical Mutual, Ohio's hometown Medicare insurer. 7-7 the score. Ohio State and Marshall. 13-14 left in the second quarter. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
7-7 Ohio State and Marshall. 13-14 to play until halftime, but the Buckeyes 2nd and goal at the 6 of the Thundering Herd.
Maybe a little counter action here, a pin and a pull to the open side, which would be
to the right. Yeah, they've been running everything to the other side, the short side. Buckeyes in a conventional huddle. They break it with Ibuka coming wide to the right, along with Jelani Thurman. 2 other tight ends are on the left side of the line. Will Howard in a shotgun. He's got Henderson in the backfield with him. Get to Henderson, straight ahead, bumps off a blocker, pushes it toward the goal line, and they don't signal it. They blow him down at the goal line, or at the 1, we should say. Now officials coming in to separate bodies. No score for Henderson, but close.
Well, I thought he crossed that pane there, but they got a better view than I do, and you're right. It's right at the... Where are they going to put that?
Jaden Yates, linebacker, made the stop for Marshall. So it'll be 3rd and minuscule.
About 12 inches to go, if that.
Yeah. Patrick Bird will come in as an extra tight end for Ohio State, along with Quinshon Judkins. So Judkins and Henderson will be on the field together. 3rd and less than 1, Ohio State. Inside the 1. And Will Howard under center with 3 men in a T formation behind him. Howard takes it himself and punches it toward the goal line. Flags come out as Howard landed in the end zone, but penalty flags dropped.
They didn't signal a touchdown.
Touchdown now, they signaled.
Okay, good.
One official did anyway.
Finally. Flag in the back, 3 flags.
Substitution, 12 men on the field at the snap. Defense, that penalty's declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So Will Howard gets his second rushing touchdown of the year, a 1-yard run, as he just followed his center, Seth McLaughlin, and punched it into the end zone to give Ohio State their first lead of the game, 13-7.
Yeah, 1 yard's generous.
Yes, it is. You're right, Jim. Yeah, you could have used Texas Instruments to find out what that exact measurement was. PAT unit on, Furman to snap, McGuire to put it down, and Jaden Fielding with a kick in the air, and it is good, as Ohio State now has a 14-7 lead over Marshall with 12.5 to play in the second quarter, but benefiting Ohio State's offense for the defense forcing Marshall to turn it over on a 4th down.
Yeah, it was. The defense was able to step up and, get the quarterback Stone Earl to kind of go down, loss of 2 or 3 yards. They took advantage of that short field into the end zone. The Ohio State scoring drive, powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. 6 plays, 45 yards, 2:26 off the clock.
Well, how'd you like that backfield formation?
Yeah, T formation. Woody would be proud.
He would be. Patrick Gerd was lined up in a straight T behind the quarterback, along with Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah, we saw 13 personnel to play before, and the T formation on 4th or 3rd and inches.
Kind of back to the days of Bashnagel, Griffin, and Johnson. So it is 14-7, Ohio State with a lead. Marshall about to receive the football as Jordan Houston is their deep kick returner. Jaden Fielding had it teed up. If there's any wind, it's very little, but it was enough to blow it off first. I'm sure those people sitting out in the sun probably don't feel like there's any wind. 14-7, Ohio State with a lead. Jaden Fielding kicks it off into the south end zone of the stadium. Jordan Houston will watch that go out of bounds around the 5, so Marshall will have it at their own 35-yard line.
Haven't seen that all year.
No, I don't think we've seen anything like that since the Rose Bowl against Utah.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 38. The ball is placed at the 35-yard line. It's 1st and 10, Marshall.
Well, let's see what the Ohio State defense can do to stop this Marshall attack, namely stopping the quarterback, Stone Earl, from running the ball.
Yeah, they got a defensive tackles. They have to get off their blocks inside. Jalen Slappy out of Eastmore Academy is doing a pretty good job there at right guard, number 70.
Yes, he is. Of course, Ohio State is playing without starting defensive tackle Tyleek Williams. 1st and 10, Marshall at their own 35-yard line. Jordan Houston, a senior from Oakton, Virginia, and a transfer from North Carolina State, will open the series at tailback to the left of his quarterback, Stone Earl. 1st down, Marshall at their own 35-yard line. Earl gets the snap. Quick screen will go on the right side, and the ball carrier, Metcalf, gets to his own 40 and finally tackled at about the 42 by lineman Tywan Malone.
Metcalf put a nice move on Sonny Styles. Sonny was there to make a tackle for a short game. He was able to put a move on him and get around him to pick up a gain of 7.
Metcalf is a transfer from Middle Tennessee State. 2nd and 3, Marshall at their own 42-yard line. 14-7, Ohio State leading. 12 minutes to play until halftime. Jordan Houston behind his quarterback, Stone Earl, in a pistol formation. 2-by-2 receivers. Now Houston shifts to the left of his quarterback. And Earl looks to the right, runs straight up the middle, and is taken down at his own 45 by defensive lineman Ty Hamilton.
I think they're going to mark that short, maybe 3rd and less than a yard to pick up the first.
At course in 3rd and less than a yard, with Marshall owning the ball at their own 44-yard line. 14-7, Ohio State leading. Marshall's going to send 3 wideouts to the left. Stone Earl in the shotgun with Jordan Houston in the backfield with him. The wideouts to the left are Metcalf, Fitzpatrick, and Carl Chester. 3rd and 1, Marshall at their own 44-yard line. Down to touchdown. Snap to Stone Earl, rolling to his left. Throws on the run, incomplete, just shy of the 50s. He underthrew Elijah Metcalf, who was covered by corner Jordan Hancock. 4th down, the Thunder and Herd to punt.
Yeah, he rolled out to his left, had Jordan Houston, the back, also rolling out there to seal the defensive end, Jack Sawyer. They threw that way and off on target on his throw. Now you got to be alert for fake punts, things like that here in the middle of the field.
Alec Clark is a redshirt freshman from Australia. The only game he played in last year was Marshall's bowl game. so far this year, averaging 40.8 per punt. But the Herd, as you said, Jim, they gave up a punt return for a touchdown in their last game. Clark gets it away, fair catch, wait for, and made. Brandon Innes fumbles it, ball loose, and Marshall's going to pick it up, and they're going to have it at the Ohio State 10-yard line. Ian Foster ended up with a football as Brandon Innes waved for a fair catch, but then short-armed it, and Marshall's going to get their second turnover to their benefit in the game.
He wondered if the sun or something caught him in the eyes there because he was looking up trying to fair catch that. Couldn't come up with
illegal
it.
formation. Offense. More 4 players in the backfield to snap. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. It's still 4th down.
What a break for Ohio State.
Illegal formation.
Wow.
On the Thundering Herd. After the bobbled punt.
So Marshall will have to punt it again with 11:10 to play in the second quarter. Ohio State leading 14-7. So Brandon Innes will get another opportunity, sophomore out of Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah, you wonder how his confidence is after that one.
Well, but to the coaching staff's credit, they trotted him right back out there.
What do you think? Was that a sun issue?
If I was out there, that's what I'd say. So Alec Clark again will punt it. Cade Davis is the long snapper. Snapping it from the 39. Gets it to Clark. Right foots it in the air. Brandon Innes holding and shading his eyes from the sun. I think he waved for a fair catch, yes, and he makes it at his own 14 as he had a defender stalking right on him, and that was Jadarius Green McKnight. Buckeyes need Buckeyes, and Versity makes the blood donating process quick and easy. Join Brutus and give blood with Versity to save a Buckeye at the Wexner Medical Center. Versity. Schedule your next donation atversity.org/OH. Timeout with 11:02 left until halftime. Ohio State 14, Marshall 7. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Yes, it's football season once again. Is your banker playing ball with you? If not, maybe it's time to make the switch to Central Ohio's community bank, and that's Heartland. If you pass the ball to us, we won't fumble. Trust me. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey there, Buckeye fans. Coach Day here. When you're getting ready for game day, make sure you start with the Kroger app. The app gives you easy access to weekly sales and personalized coupons, and you can earn fuel points too. And best of all, when you shop with the app, you'll enjoy the same low prices you'd find in store. So check out the app and save while you're cheering us on to another great season. Kroger, fresh for everyone, and go Buckeyes.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag Buckeyes Care.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
When you choose the James at Ohio State for your cancer care, you're choosing the team that specializes in treating just one type of cancer, yours, and where you'll get access to the most advanced treatments available. You didn't choose cancer, but the choice of where to treat it is clear. The James at Ohio State, 11:02 to play second quarter in Columbus, 14-7. Ohio State leading Marshall down on the field to Clay Hall.
Better way for an underdog to stay in a ball game against a heavy favorite is turnovers. They have certainly forced some here today, and lucky that Ohio State got an illegal formation call against the Herd to get that ball in the air again. I noticed before the Buckeyes scored, prior to a timeout, that Coach Lachlan was with Quinshon Judkins and spoke to him. He was tutoring him about how to set up this run, that run, when you're going to the short side. He tutored him. Travion came over. Perhaps they talked about that 3 men in the backfield, the T formation, but he got some tips there from Coach Lachlan.
1st and 10. Ohio State with the ball at their own 14-yard line, leading 14-7. Will Howard, who's run for a touchdown and thrown for another, sets up in a shotgun. Quinshon Judkins off his right hip, 3 wide to the right for the Buckeyes. Seth McLaughlin snaps it to Will Howard. Hands Quinshon Judkins running left side to the 20. Hits his own 30. On his horse, he goes to the 50. Quinshon Judkins to the Marshall 30-yard line. Judkins to the 20 of the Thundering Herd to the 10, and he is tackled but falls in the end zone for a touchdown. Quinshon Judkins on 1st down. He takes that baby 86 yards to the house, and Ohio State has a 20-7 lead.
Well, all it took was one play. I noticed there they brought in Austin Sareveld. He played right guard for Tegler Shabola. They went left. Good job sealing by Donovan Jackson. Seth McLaughlin, the center, and obviously Josh Simmons, the left tackle. Judkins, we've seen it. When he gets to that second level, he's got the speed to take it to the house. That time, no flags. He gets the touchdown for 86 big ones.
His 4th rushing touchdown of the season. The transfer from Ole Miss, Quinshon Judkins. The AT unit on, Furman to snap, McGuire to hold. It's put down. The kick by Fielding is up, and it is good. And it is 21-7. Ohio State ahead of Marshall. Timeout with 10:50 to play. Second quarter here in Columbus. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.
Get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. The BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. The versatile lineup is built to help you make the most of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months, or save up to $2,300. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit BuckeyeKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
Soy has been keeping secrets, and it's ready to share. Soybeans are among the most versatile agricultural products. They are used in creative ways you may have never realized to make products we all love and use every day. Ohio is leading the way, developing new uses for soybeans to support our changing world. Soy low-key slays, and I'm here for it. Learn more about soybeans at soysecrets.org. This ad brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at Safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Be sure to check out the Buckeye Game Day Concert Series, presented by the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer, before every Ohio State home game this season outside of St. John Arena in Buckeye Fan Fest. Each week features a different artist or band performing 2 hours before kickoff. Get on board and book your cruise today. Visit BuckeyeCruise.com. Go Bucks and beat cancer. An 86-yard touchdown run by Quinshon Judkins. And the point after has given Ohio State a 21-7 lead over Marshall with 10:50 to play until halftime.
The Ohio State scoring drive powered by Honda, celebrating over 40 years of manufacturing right here in Ohio. Well, you kind of said it, Paul. One play, 86 yards. Judkins now has 4 carries for 114 yards, a 28.5 average. Down on the sideline to Clay Hall.
Yeah, I guess that was a well-placed tutorial by Ohio State running backs coach Carlos Lachlan with Quinshon, who found some daylight, 86 yards, nothing but green, and the Buckeyes are up by 2 touchdowns.
So for Quinshon Judkins, what's that, 114 he's got?
4 carries, yep.
He is now in his career 15 games of over 100 yards rushing the ball.
And that's his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. What's he have for his career, Paul? I know those numbers were a little bit iffy this week.
Yes.
I thought it was 34?
30, now 35.
Okay.
Yes.
We're good on that.
Yes.
I'm scared to say it.
I know. We had to do a little Funk and Wagnalls research on some touchdown numbers this week.
We finally got it figured out.
For those of you who ever watched the Johnny Carson show, you might remember that reference to Funk and Wagnalls. Yeah. Karnak the Magnificent. 21-7, Ohio State with a lead over Marshall. Jaden Fielding ready to kick it off. Jordan Houston, the deep returner for the Thundering Herd. And that kickoff is going to go out of bounds again.
Hey.
Oh, wow. 2 straight to Jaden Fielding. is batted out of bounds. That is very much unlike what he has shown through his career.
Yeah, I mean, he's, like I just mentioned it earlier, he had 13 touchbacks. You know, now he's got 2 OBs back to back.
So,
free kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 38. The ball will be placed in 35-yard line. It's 1st and 10, Marshall.
well, that's what I was going to say. It's 1st and 10 Marshall at their own 35-yard line. 10:50 to play second quarter. And Ohio State a 21-7 lead. Marshall scored first. Ethan Payne had a 1-yard run, but then it's been Will Howard to Emeka Ibuka from 68 yards. Howard a 1-yard run, and Judkins an 86-yard run. And the accompanying point afters. 1st and 10 Marshall with the ball at their own 35-yard line. Stone Earl at quarterback. Sets up in a shotgun. Gets the snap. Hands to A.J. Turner. Wide to the right. He goes to his own 35 to the 40, and he is busted out of bounds by Lathan Ransom at the Marshall 40.
He had to kind of loop that one backwards to run away from some of the penetration applied by the defensive line for Ohio State, but ran into Lathan Ransom, as you mentioned, after a gain of 6 yards. You know, that's a 30th offensive play for Marshall. Buckeyes just have had 13.
2nd and 4. Thundering Herd at their own 41-yard line. Turner to the right of his quarterback, Stone Earl. And now Marshall gets out of their stance, glancing to the sideline. Chester and Fitzpatrick wide to the right. And Elijah Metcalf flank to the left. Stone Earl receives the ball, hands it Turner, straight ahead. He goes into the arms of linebacker Cody Simon, who drops him at the Marshall 45-yard line.
Buckeyes continue to rotate defensive ends. Melton in there, number 17, and Kenyatta Jackson, number 97, in for the Buckeyes now.
First down for Marshall with the ball at their own 45-yard line. Stone Earl, who played previously at Abilene Christian, as well as North Texas. Their quarterback, he's in the shotgun. A.J. Turner is to his left. Elijah Metcalf flank to the left. Chester and Fitzpatrick wide to the right for Marshall. First down at their own 45. Snap to Stone Earl, hands Turner, and he goes straight ahead again. And again, it's Cody Simon who drops him to the Marshall 47.
C.J. Hicks was first there, but couldn't wrap up the feet, allowing him to get a few extra yards. Gain of 2.
Those 2 Ohio State linebackers involved in that. So that gain of 2 makes it 2nd and 8 Marshall at their own 47-yard line. Stone Earl in the gun. 2 wide to the right. Chester and Fitzpatrick. Single flanker Metcalf to the left. Jordan Houston is returned at tailback. And the tight end set up on the left side is Justin Holmes for Marshall. 2nd and 8. Thundering Herd to their own 47. Ohio State leads at 21-7 in the second quarter. Stone Earl with a snap. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Lofts that one up the right side. Incomplete at the Marshall 40, where safety Caleb Downs batted it away from Christian Fitzpatrick, and it brings up a Corson 3rd down.
Yeah, that time Denzel Burke knew he had number 2 Caleb Downs there to help out. Caleb Downs there right when the ball arrived, made sure that wasn't a completion.
Caleb Downs, Ohio State's transfer safety from Alabama. He was the SEC Freshman of the Year last year. Thanks for coming to Columbus.
Yeah, 107 tackles came to Columbus.
3rd and 8, Marshall at their own 47 as the 3rd down bells ring here at Ohio Stadium. Less than 9 to play till halftime. Buckeyes a 21-7 lead. Marshall has Holmes and Fitzpatrick wide to the left. Chester and Metcalf wide right. Houston in the backfield with quarterback Stone Earl. On 3rd and 8, Marshall from their 47. Earl's going to go on top. Pressure coming. Throws middle of the field, and it is caught. Metcalf breaking loose to the Ohio State 30, where he is brought down by Jordan Hancock corner. But Elijah Metcalf gives the Thundering Herd a much-needed first down.
His helmet came off during the play. He must sit out for 1.
That is Hancock, who's got to leave with his headgear coming off.
They completed that 3rd and 8. That time the Buckeyes decided to bring pressure, left man-on-man coverage in the backfield, and they took advantage of it.
And Marshall gets right on the ball at the Ohio State 30-yard line. Stone Earl in the pistol formation has got Metcalf moving in motion on the left side of the line. And a quick screen will come to Metcalf, left side of the Ohio State 30, where he is locked up and stopped. And he is done so by Lorenzo Styles, Ohio State cornerback.
Well, Lorenzo Styles, we've called that name a lot. Now his son, Lorenzo Styles Jr., out there making a play, filling in for Jordan Hancock. He's going to stay in there.
2nd and 9, Marshall at the 29 of Ohio State. Metcalf goes wide to the right with Chester. Holmes and Fitzpatrick wide to the left. Quarterback Stone Earl in the shotgun. Running back Jordan Houston off his right hip. With 8 minutes to play, second quarter. 21-7 Ohio State leading. 2nd and 9, Marshall to the Ohio State 29. Center Logan Osborne over the ball, ready to snap it. 4 down on the front for Ohio State defensively. Earl straight behind his center, gets the snap, back to throw with pressure coming.
Holding.
Screens it out on the right side, and it's bobbled and dropped by Jordan Houston. They did not call holding, though.
Jack Sawyer's asking the same thing. He had his arms up the air looking at the referee like, hey, I got grabbed coming through there. Big play here for the Buckeyes. You want to get a stop, preferably get a tackle for loss to knock him out of field goal range.
Corson 3rd and 9, Marshall at the Ohio State 29. Change of personnel on each side. Quarterback Stone Earl has A.J. Turner at tailback off his right-hand hip. Holmes is wide to the left, along with Tyson Chapman. And meanwhile, Carl Chester and Christian Fitzpatrick wide to the right for Marshall. 3rd and 9, thundering herd at the Buckeye 29-yard line. Shifting on the defensive line, snap to Stone Earl. Looks to throw, pressure coming. He's hit and he is sacked. Brought down at his own 45 and bringing him down, defensive end Caden Curry.
That's exactly what you want. A tackle for loss, a big one. That time they took him back almost 11 yards on that tackle for loss sack by number 92, Caden Curry.
Junior out of Greenwood, Indiana, and it'll force Marshall to punt. Well, what a play by Caden Curry, who was assisted at the end of it by Jack Sawyer, defensive end.
And that's a good thing about keeping those ends fresh.
Brandon Innes awaiting the punt, shielding his eyes again. The punt for Clark is in the air. Innes will let that one get away from him. Marshall's going to catch it. No, they won't. It's tipped into the end zone. Ian Foster tried to catch it and make a play on it, but it goes into the end zone for a touchback, and Ohio State will have the football with 7:03 until halftime, leading 21-7.
Yeah, let's see if they can get a long, slow drive here, huh?
Really?
Get some plays in. But they'll take that 1 yard or one play, 86-yard touchdown anytime they can get it.
And what was the first one, Jim? 2 plays?
Yeah. 68-yard touchdown to Emeka Buka.
So the Ohio State offense